You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Say hi, Zanaya. Alright, you guys. Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I feel like this video is just going to be about that you are the power. You have the power. We have the power. The power. What kind of power do we have? What am I talking about? We have the control to make certain changes, but at the same time, I feel that changes are supposed to happen slowly, because if things happen too quickly, then I feel like too many people will lose their shit. So this change that is happening has to do with, alright, you guys, hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I feel like this video is just going to be about that you are the power. You have the power. We have the power. The power. What kind of power do we have? What am I talking about? We have the control to make certain changes, but at the same time, I feel that changes are supposed to happen slowly, because if things happen too quickly, then I feel like too many people will lose their shit. So this change that is happening has to do with, alright, this change has to do with the fact that everything is changing on a energetic, spiritual level. There is a lot of things happening. Okay. Momentum is changing. Cat hair. This is what happens. Look, I have one cat, and I'm telling you, you would not want to come and eat at my house. It's disgusting. She's a long-haired cat, though, like a medium-haired cat. And this is the spring. She's shedding everywhere. Okay. We have the power. And if enough of us come together as healed people, we have the power to shift things. So I guess the first thing I'm going to tackle is our food. We think we are getting good, wholesome foods based on these brands that are in the grocery stores. These grocery stores, these food chains, they are all controlled and they are owned by a group of individuals. So what's been happening and what I've learned recently is these bigger corporations are coming in and buying the smaller corporations. They are coming in to buy so-called organic businesses, taking them as their own, because people are awakening. Some people are conscious, okay? But most of us are awakened or awakening, and we are realizing that a lot of the food that we are eating is just garbage. So what these corporations do they have to keep up with everything and keep their business and, going and continue to grow their revenue. So what they're doing, they're going and buy these organic and, all these smaller corporations who are appealing to the people who does not want to comply anymore with these regulations. For an example, Coca-Cola, they are now the owners of Naked. Now, Naked, provided the ingredients are from concentrate, but a lot of people gravitated to those as like a shortcut for a good, healthy, like a food smoothie, like a smoothie. There's no added sugar, but people need to do their research on, what concentrate is. Concentrate, it can be sugar could be added in it. It's just that there's different forms, and you really don't know what kind of concentrate you really getting. But anyways, I love Naked, and I used to get Naked all the time. Balt House is over there in that section too, with the smoothies and all of that. But basically what I'm saying is they going after these so-called companies that appear to be or are a more wholesome choice. So you compare Naked juice to a soda pop, Coca-Cola, Coke, Pepsi. Compare that to that. There's obviously a big difference. For those who do not like fluoride in their toothpaste, is it Colgate? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's Colgate bought Tom's. Tom's, I don't know if before Colgate bought them okay, so basically Tom's, they have two brands. They have a brand without fluoride and they have a brand with fluoride. So I'm wondering if that with fluoride came after the fact that Colgate bought them. But my throat's dry. Hold on. Okay, I lost my train of thought. My throat was dry. I was talking about Colgate, how they bought Tom's. And someone actually pointed out this was on TikTok, how they actually went through all, like, majority of the brands that you find in the stores. And even though they all have these different names and everything, they are all owned by the same corporations. So even though we think we're getting variety, we're really not, okay? Because for one thing, when a company buys another company, they don't have to hold up to the same ingredients or the same standards. They can easily just come in and change things. They can add things. Let's take Amazon and Zappos for an example. I worked at Zappos before Amazon fully bought them, and I was okay. Okay, look, I was fresh out of high school back in 2011. So I got my first job after graduating high school. I had a nice summer break, and then I went to school full time and worked at Zappos full time, and I was only getting like $9 an hour working at Zappos. But at the time that I was started there, the vending machines were free. I didn't have to insert no quarters, no nothing. The vending machines were free. Then, if we came in, I'm talking about they had cereal, they had pancakes, you had the milk, the peanut butter, they had like fruits like bananas, they had coffee, they had tea, and when I was there, it was kind of like they had an on and off like catered thing. Like every other day, it was like a catered lunch. And then the day that it wasn't catered, it was just like your regular, like you'll get like salads or sandwiches or something like that. But all of that shit was free. Okay. So that's why I was okay with the $9 an hour. I didn't have a car payment. I bought me a bucket. Shoot, she lasted for 4 years. And look at me, I'm getting off subject. But But yeah, so basically, after a while, the vending machines they went to 25 cents. I think it was 25 cents. But anyways, after Amazon, went through everything, they completely took away the catered the catered lunches. Cause after a while, it would Zappos. I mean, it was all through the week hot lunch, hot catered lunch. Like they had a cafeteria and everything. I mean, it was awesome. But I understand it that, you can call it greed or whatever you want. I can understand someone not wanting to lose capital. They want to gain as much revenue as possible. But Zappos was the shit. But like I said, Amazon came in and they changed everything. But basically, what I'm getting is that even though we go into these grocery stores and we see all these brands and everything, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are giving choices. We don't know what they changed. Okay, we don't know what they snuck in there. Keep changing positions. I sit in weird ways, and this floor this is not comfortable. Um. So I guess that's what I mean by we have the power, okay? I understand that we love convenience. We love convenience, and so it's really hard for us to get out of our ways. But could you imagine if we pulled our money out of these grocery stores and put we'll say take just 40% out of our money from the grocery stores and we put them into small farmers market. Y'all really don't know what these small farmers who are not connected to major corporations, y'all really don't know. We don't really know what they be going through. And they are hanging on. There's this guy named Joel Salatin. He's wrote many books and he's been in several documentaries, and I just love the movement that he got going on, helping small farmers, small businesses, trying to do things right without the additives and the processing that you have to do to get your stuff into the grocery stores. There are protocols on how you have to do things in order to get your stuff in the grocery stores. With Joel Salatin, he's just like, no, he ain't doing all that. And so I don't know. Y'all should go and watch a documentary he was in. I think it's called Food Inc. You can actually watch it for free on Tubi right now. But it's just the fact that we are eating, and I'm talking about myself. That's why I keep saying we. But it's like really hard for me to get to the farmers market because I literally have to take 2 buses to get to a farmers market now, not having a working car. So that is the challenge. So my goal that I've been working on is going to the farmers market every other week. And it really feels nice because I can actually taste and feel the difference and understand the difference in the supermarket foods, and the foods you get from the farmers market. We're so used to everything looking so perfect in the grocery stores when that is not how Mother Nature intended it to be. That's probably going to be another video of mine. I think I'm going to do another video of that, but I don't know. But basically, I'm just saying that go and compare the food you get from a farmer's market to the food that you get in the grocery store. You know how red that meat looks? It's not supposed to be that red. It's some sort of dye or something. They make it to be more appealing to the eye, therefore appealing to the brain, and so therefore we're going to want that. But when you go to the farmer's market, you see the true color of what the meat is supposed to be. I've had their hamburger. The hamburger is not as fatty as the hamburger that I would get in the grocery store. Because whenever I cook hamburger from the grocery store, you get a pan full of grease and fat. But when I bought hamburger from the farmer's market, yes, it was definitely different. It tasted different, it smelled different, and it didn't have all that greasy fat and stuff in it. The apples, oh my goodness, I get these yellow golden apples and I'm here in Kentucky. I get these yellow golden apples from this farm in Kentucky, and they do not taste like the yellow apples that I get in the grocery store. They don't look the same either. They want them to be perfect, no blemishes, no bugs or spider webs. That is one thing that you're going to see, is you're going to get a lot of dirt, grime. You're probably going to see bugs and stuff. That is natural. That is Mother Nature. And if you can't deal with it, then there's going to be a problem. I'm trying to take notes here because I think I want to put out another video on what's going on with Mother Nature. I've been rambling on this video and I already forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about having the power. If enough people started to shift where they was putting their money. But I'm it's just like I said, it's just the difference. Like, I was so tickled pink when I finally went to the farmer's market 2 weeks ago and got to buy some strawberries. Expensive. I'm a little disappointed with the prices and everything, but if you have EBT, they have the double dollar program here, and they match $20. So it was $8 to spend on eggs, meat, or dairy, and then they gave $12 to spend on like fruits or vegetables. So that was like really, really nice, but at the same time, it is like really expensive. You can't expect to go in there and buy, okay, I'll say like I bought a pound, just 1 pound, barely over a pound of ground beef for $8. And it was a little bit embarrassing because most of, I'm just saying, the area that it is, obviously middle class, well, I guess you could say middle class area. So all these people coming up in here, it was obviously they got the money and it's not a big deal for them and everything. But here I am coming in with EBT, food stamps, trying to better myself and trying to better my child. And even though majority of my diet isn't coming from a farmer's market, I still feel like it does some good, and I feel like I'm exposing my child to what we're actually should be doing and where our food actually comes from and what it's actually going to taste like. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure most of y'all who are watching this has probably never had real bacon, unprocessed bacon. Y'all would be pissed if y'all I can deal with the real unprocessed bacon. It does have a smell. It doesn't produce as much of that grease and stuff. Y'all know that delicious grease. You know, you put bacon grease in everything. Shoot, I would put bacon grease in mashed potatoes, a baked potato. I put bacon grease in my beans, my green beans, bacon grease cooking my eggs. You know, we love that grease. I'm not even going to lie. But the question is it worth it? So the first time I actually had unprocessed, you know, well, I don't know if unprocessed is, I'm gonna say the first time I had farmers market bacon, it wasn't appalling, but it was definitely different. It's just like, if someone didn't tell me that this was bacon, I probably wouldn't have thought it was bacon. I probably would have thought it was something else. So most people can't deal with the taste because we love that salty, fatty stuff. I've also had the chicken at the farmer's market, and I find it to be a lot tougher. I mean, that was my first time cooking it. I haven't bought another one in a while, but it was definitely a bit tough. It was tough. So next time I think I'm going to like add an acid and let it marinate or something, or slow cook it. Slow cook it for a long time or something. To my throat's dry again. Hold on. But yeah, that chicken was a lot tougher. And obviously that's the way it probably should be. And I'm only saying that because these chickens, it's just disgusting. Like I said, go on Tubi and watch Food Inc. There's another one on there too, but it's disgusting. They're growing chickens in 7 days. These chickens, they can't walk. They can barely stand up. They'll maybe like take 1 or 2 walks and they flopping over. They packed together in these buildings. Just sitting here thinking about what I saw brings me sadness, disgust, and anger. Because even though they're growing chickens, okay, this is not this is not natural. I really hate the way that my camera is. This is not natural. They're growing chickens, not raising them, okay? And it's just disgusting. So it's obviously that these chickens, they're going to be a lot tender because they don't have a lot of movement or muscle movement. So the chickens that are raised in pastures where they go outside and eat bugs and mealworms and all that kind of stuff, their muscles are going to be more tight, more firm. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just like I get emotional about it because um it's like some of us, we do know what the heck is going on, but we don't want to change, or we don't know how we can change. So that's what I mean by you have the power, because if more people become aware and conscious of what's going on with the controlling of our food, we would be able to support real food. Like today, we just went around the block and I marked them on my map this time because last year I didn't. We picked some mulberries. Now I'm a little mad at myself this time because I left them in the water too long, and so the juices and stuff kept spilling out of the berries, and my berries tasted watered down. And last year we only picked literally a few, and they was like really, really sweet, and I was happy. So I'm just saying, it's like growing up, I remember we had a mulberry. It wasn't a full grown tree. It was still kind of like small. It was like more so like a bush. And we didn't even, as kids, we didn't even wash them berries off. We just ate them off the bush. And we had an apple tree. The apples didn't really taste that good. Um, Pawpaw is also native here to Kentucky, but I have not seen any personally. I'm happy to still see black walnut. So basically, what I'm saying is the fact that we have these cities. It's really disappointing that the fact that we can't, the fact that we have to pay to eat, we have to pay for food. It's just stupid. It's stupid. Food, water, and shelter never should have a price on it. And I don't know, I just think about, I think that's why places like Florida is so expensive, because one, the weather, everybody wants to go there. It's nice tropical weather. Two, dude, there's mangoes. There's mangoes growing anywhere. You got coconuts growing any and everywhere. Mangoes growing any and everywhere. Um, Pineapples, whatever, I'm just saying, it's like you go down there and you can just pick stuff. The food grows there, you know? So I don't know. I just wait for that moment, because I'm gonna talk about this in another video. So I'm gonna end right here. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about Mother Earth and how much she's pissed. How much she's pissed and how much she is just trying to yeah, I'm gonna be talking about Mother Earth in the next video. So thank you all for watching the video and just hearing me ramble. I love to hear you all's comments. Just keep the comments respectful, because if it's not respectful, then I'm just going to delete it. And like I said, I'm always open to other people's thoughts, opinions, and comments. You know, nothing to a certain degree is really absolute. Nothing's absolute, okay? So, as me speaking here, a lot of this is some of my opinion, some of what I've experienced myself, and some of it is factual evidence, okay? All right, see you all.